Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the difference between Amazon FBA or Shopify, so e-commerce, and crypto and stocks. Which one is better, comparing them as two business models, two ways of making money online, just to help you decide, okay, this is the one that I should do, this is the one that I should actually put my time and focus into. So in the past few years, since the pandemic, both of these ways of making money online have absolutely blown up, obviously. With everybody sitting at home, everybody being stuck in lockdown over the past several years, we all know what a nightmare. Everybody has been looking to find ways to make money online. And so obviously one big income stream there was e-commerce. Still is, right? E-commerce is still growing, even with all the turbulent world events going on, and it will continue to grow because now that everybody's used to buying online, people are not just going to suddenly start walking into retail stores anymore. People are suddenly not just going to start, shopping in person. It's just not how it works. People would rather, they'd rather the convenience of Amazon Prime, being able to get a product literally the same day or the next day. They'd rather just purchase online from their favorite brands, from their favorite, products that their favorite influencers are recommending, et cetera, right? So e-commerce here to stay, very strong business model. Crypto and stocks, or investing in general, has also absolutely blown up. Why? Well, it's kind of a mix between, the stimulus checks. You remember, people were sitting at home, they had this money, and they were like, hey, well, let's put it to work. Let's go invest into stocks. And probably they were seeing lots of people online on social media being like, I'm making all this money with Bitcoin and with Ethereum and with Doge and with stocks and stuff like that. And so obviously a lot of people got into that and they were like, boom, 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 I want to do this too, right? There's honestly a very big difference between the two. And I think that it really depends on the person that you are. And I will say that it might seem that I'm biased, but I think you'll understand when I say that it's almost no comparison between e-commerce and investing. Why? Because if you're looking to achieve freedom and you want to start making passive income, you want to be able to quit your current job, not have to depend on a 9-to-5 job, and you want to, start traveling, you want to be able to make money in your sleep, which is a fundamental principle of freedom. So I talk a lot about freedom on my channel. My passion and my purpose is to help people on my channel achieve a success and freedom with online business and, just in general in their lives, to achieve this maximum joy, maximum wealth, maximum happiness. And so, part of that is to figure out, okay, which business do I start? And the difference between e-commerce and investing, with e-commerce and that type of thing, you are actually building a business that relies on your own skill and relies on your own effort and has intrinsic value, meaning that you can actually sell it for a cash profit later on. So let's say you build an e-commerce business, build an e-commerce store, whether it's on Amazon or Shopify, and let's say, you have 5 products on there eventually, and it's making, let's just say as an example, $250,000 a year in sales, okay? So you can actually sell that business down the road for anywhere between 250 all the way up to even $1 million, depending on obviously the buyer, depending on the deal, right? So not only are you making the money every single month, but you also have, your business actually has value. So the problem with investing into crypto or stocks and things like that is that you're taking money and you are putting it into something that you have absolutely no control over. Right? So if I take $1,000 right now and I put that into Bitcoin, I have no control over whether Bitcoin goes up or down tomorrow. I have no control over whether it goes down, up or down next week. And it doesn't matter how much, I can't just wake up tomorrow and be like, oh, damn, my crypto investment is down. Let me work really hard today and let me get it back up. It's not how it works. I can't just row the boat harder and make the boat go faster with investing, right? So as an anecdote here, by the way, so for the past 5 years, I've been along my own entrepreneurship journey, and I actually started off with e-commerce. My first successful business was Amazon FBA. Then I transitioned into Shopify, and then I also, expanded into Shopify, and then I also started this YouTube channel where I've been sharing all the best entrepreneurship, principles and just helping people achieve freedom because it's my passion. I really love helping people achieve success in their lives, just like I've been able to at an early age. It's something that everybody can get, but you just need the right steps, and I'm here to give you those right steps, the no BS, the truth. And so I was able to make a few $1 million at the young age of 23, and so today I own a multi-million-dollar company called Ecom Freedom, and then I also have this amazing YouTube channel, and I've got an amazing team, and so I've basically been there, done that. I've been in this for a while. And so just to give you an anecdote, I was actually at the point where I was like, okay, I'm making all this money, let's invest it, okay? And so the thing is that I didn't feel comfortable just throwing it into Bitcoin or throwing it into, Tesla stock or something, right? So I'm somebody who always researches, and I always go with my intuition. My intuition is very, very strong. It's very powerful. Anybody who knows me, they'll say, yes, Dan's intuition is very strong. The times that I screwed up in my life are when I went against my intuition. I've paid the price. I've paid the consequences, and I assure you that your biggest mistakes will be when you go against your intuition. Make sure that you always follow your intuition. Always, okay? Because you got that inner voice. Just tune in. Sometimes just relax, you pause and you tune in. Just a little tip there. But basically, over the years, I invested, and I read lots of books on investing. And then, at first I thought crypto was a joke. Then I'm like, okay, crypto is, it's kind of cool. Okay, I see the fact that, Bitcoin and Ethereum, they actually have potential, things like that. Long story short, look, I lost. If I look at like my net investment in the past few years, $500,000 down, 500K, not even a joke. So if I look at my performance, and there were times when I was up like a couple 100K. Anyway, so I'm down 500K, now I'm in all cash. And what I've realized lately is that, I put all this work into investing, and I put all this time and effort into studying. And by the way, I was investing with like millions of dollars, large sums of money. And so I realized that you can only be really, really good. Like, we only have time and energy to be really, really good at one thing and to follow one thing. Because, over the years, I've had to like wake up in the morning, and it was interesting. Like, I'm looking at stocks, I'm reading the news and whatever. Not that has such a big correlation. It does a little bit, but anyway, there's more to it. But the thing is that, in an up market, I was making tons of money. So when the market was going up, when stocks were going up, I was making tons of money. And then as soon as the market started going down, suddenly you're not so smart. And so, when the market started going down, I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy the dip. And then it just kept going down. And I'm like, okay, this is stupid, right? Obviously, if you wait long enough, you'll make the money back. My point is that I value my time and energy, and I want to have a good life. And the things that I enjoy, I love the outdoors, and I love like camping, hiking, fishing. I'm gonna do a lot of that this year. I'm so excited. I love riding my motorcycle. I love flying planes. I'm in the process of getting my pilot license. So why do I have to go and follow all of these things? Instead, I can just, put my time into my main business, put my focus into my main business. And that way I'm putting my time into something that is dependent on my effort. So if I put in no effort, it goes down. If I put in effort, it goes up. Whereas with crypto and with stocks, I have no control, and I can just kind of pick. Yes, you can make educated guesses. And also, if you're a beginner right now and you're considering, okay, e-commerce or crypto and stocks or investing in general, with investing, yes, you can take courses, and you can, let's say somebody taught you all the right techniques, right? The thing is that the market is very unpredictable. Again, it's outside of your control. And, if you're the average person, like if you're anything like me, when I was starting out, I had a few $1,000s max. I think I had like 1,000 or 2,000. And, I could make a little bit more. But the thing is that if you're starting in investing and you have like $1,000 or $2,000, the average return of the stock market is 7 to 8%, meaning that you'll make back, if you put in $1,000 today, on average, okay, you're going to make back $70 by next year. And like $70, that's nothing. That's not going to get you rich. It's going to take a hell of a long time. And so that's why investing is just a no-go. And by the way, right now, as at the time of making this video, we're in a down market. So that market could go down 20, 30%. Of course, there's outliers. Of course, there's people who make tremendous amounts of money, but it's extremely difficult. Even the world's most talented investors, the world's most talented hedge funds, Bill Ackman, who just bought a few $1 billion of stake in Netflix. He's a very successful hedge fund owner of Pershing Square Capital. He just bought Netflix. I think it was a few $1 billion at the beginning of the year. I actually followed him into that investment, and I sold right after it pumped, because usually they go up, and I made like 50K or something. But then, net I lost, because I lost on a bunch of other stocks. But the point is that he actually just came out like last week, and he publicly announced that they sold off all the Netflix stock. It all went down. And he admitted he was wrong. And I think he lost a tremendous amount of money. And so even think about it. If the world's best hedge fund investors are losing this much money, the chances are stacked against you. Whereas if you put your time and money into a business like e-commerce, like Amazon and Shopify, where you can learn all the steps, you got Ecom Freedom, you got my channel, you got the Ecom Freedom channel, and it's entirely in your control. So it's dependent on your effort. Okay. And you select the product, you can do things to, increase the sales, and it really relies on you. It doesn't rely on anybody else. How would something that is beyond your control, like investing in stocks and cryptocurrency, how is that going to be better than that? It's not. It never will be. It never will be. Okay. So just remember that we all have a limited amount of time and a limited amount of energy. And in today's world with distractions galore, everywhere we go, everywhere we see, distractions and social media and stuff, really, that usable time you have left to put yourself into something, choose wisely. And I would say Amazon, FBA, Shopify, fantastic business model for that. Not for everybody, but fantastic business model, because there's so many products you can sell, no matter what your interest is. Let's say you're somebody who loves gardening. There's so many products in the gardening niche you can sell, and you can really create a brand that, maybe you invent something down the road, right? You can start with, just finding something existing, making a little bit of an improvement on it. We show you how to do that in the Ecom Freedom, Amazon FBA, and Shopify course, which are down below, by the way. There's a free trial, so you can check that out. Also on the Ecom Freedom YouTube channel for the latest e-commerce content. Subscribe subscribe to that. So in terms of e-commerce, you can start with a few thousand. You can turn that into 6 figures per year within about 3 to 6 months on average. Now, of course, it's not all that simple because, that's in sales. So let's say if I started with like $2,000 today and then I built an Amazon business and it makes me $100K in sales this year, okay, my profit is likely going to be about $30,000, okay, $30,000 to $40,000. And that's the truth. Obviously 100K sales doesn't mean profit. But the thing is that, look, I already have a business. If it made 100K in sales, I could also sell it for minimum 100K. Okay, so you just built something. You have an asset that is worth 100K right there. It's all about really like being realistic and time, and also doing what calls you. There's got to be something that calls you. And if investing really calls you, go do that. Go do that. But if you're watching this and you're like, Dan, I want to learn from you. You're somebody who has been there, done that. You are a multimillionaire at a young age, and you have literally made so many videos about this topic, and you've done so many of these businesses. So I'm telling you that e-commerce versus crypto and stocks, it's very simple. The first one is a business that you have control over and that is dependent on your input and your effort. Whereas the other one, you have no control over it, and the chances of you actually, I'm not even saying getting rich, but like making a consistent income for yourself is very, 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 very difficult. It's like betting on poker, essentially. Betting on the fact that, okay, right now you're going to go into online poker and you're going to use that as a source of income for yourself over the next year. No matter how many books you read, believe me. It's like even Warren Buffett. Look, even Bill Ackman, I mentioned, they lose money. So look, it's not to discourage you. I am just here to show you the way. I'm just here to show you the way to freedom, to show you the way to freedom, happiness, and success. God in the universe wants you to be rich and wants you to be happy and wants you to be successful. You were born for this. And so that's why it's so important to put your time and your money into a business that you control. For all the best, most up-to-date e-commerce content, check out my company's channel, which is the Ecom Freedom YouTube channel. I got my team, Jeff, Josh, all $1 million sellers on there, Amazon and Shopify, all people that I taught. And so they're all there making incredible videos. Check those out. Super talented guys, and they know more than me at this point, honestly. So check them out. And if you're interested in actually starting an Amazon FBA Shopify business, check out the free trial down below for the Ecom Freedom course, which is my company, which is the course that I built over the years. Everything you need to learn to build a successful Amazon and Shopify business is in there. And I've let my team use their knowledge to take over there as I focus on, expanding on the freedom subject and really just showing you, using my channel here to, I have a big project coming up. I'm really excited, but it's part of like creating this platform that helps people achieve freedom through online business, through just achieving happiness and a really good balance in life. Because I'm somebody who, let me tell you, I made a lot of money, but there were times when I burnt out, and I realized there's a lot of things I learned along the way. That's all I'm going to say. And I'm just here because I know that you deserve freedom, and I can lead you there. I can help you to get there. And, there's a lot of things that I've learned. So anyway, thank you so much. I hope that this put a light on the difference between Amazon FBA and Shopify versus crypto and stocks. Make sure you watch where you put your time and effort, and just remember that it's a beautiful journey. It's not just about the destination, as cliche as that sounds, right? It's about right now. Appreciate where you are right now, because you're not going to be here. You're not going to be here. Everything is temporary. So even if right now you don't have much money and you think you don't have freedom, appreciate the good right now. There's a lot of illusions, right? We think that life's going to be so good at XYZ. We think life's going to be so good when we, reach this much money or whatever. And yeah, it could. But then there's also other things. There's always, as humans, we always want more. The key to life is really to appreciate the present and also look forward to the future, to really plan an amazing future. So thank you so much. Leave a comment down below. I actually am going to read the comments on this video, something that I have been doing recently because I want to connect with you. So leave me a comment, let's talk, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.